Alrighty then. Hello there everyone, and welcome back to another JackalMan stream, this time playing Dr. Robotnik's Ring Racers, but not the Ring Racers we see in the last couple of times. We have finally updated to version 2.4, a complete gameplay overhaul. This is my first time seeing it, and yeah, I figured I might as well live stream my first reactions to see how it all goes. I will note that I apologise for the slight delay to the beginning of the stream. There are a couple of technical issues and all the rest of that. Because I've updated to 2.4, some of my shortcuts and stuff weren't working. I was a little bit confused on what the problem was, but it's working fine now. We should be alright. So yeah, get straight into it. A new piece of Eggman and Tails Sort Adventure has been decrypted. You can find items on the tutorial menu under extras. These may sometimes be needed for progression. Alright, so what did we get there? We got Dual Busters, which it looks to be, yeah, a battle map for skipping the tutorial. Oh, and everything's now color-coded, I'm noticing. So music is pink. What's it called? Backgrounds are, followers blue, characters are orange, yep. Cups yellow. So yeah, Dual Busters was the first thing. There was something up over this way, I think. Bit of code to tell. I'm not seeing anything else grayed out. Also, Yoshi the Maid, hi, good to see you. Good to see you're interested. So yeah, we'll obviously be trying to do a couple of the challenges here as well, but at least on this very first stream, we'll try and take it easy. I have got a checklist on Discord of the things I need to check out. First of all, as like to get to grips with 2.4, which I will follow, because I can't seem to find the item. Ah, there it is, the item gallery. Yeah. Another part of the tutorial. Alright, let me get that list up on Discord. I have to get it up on my phone, because I got too many stuff open on my computer with all of this. Right, there we go. So we got a couple of stuff to do in the tutorial. I think I'm just going to go and replay that in its entirety, because according to Yoshi on Discord, there's a lot of stuff there. Maps. Couple of different changes, specifically mentioning Virtual Highway, Chaos Suit, Mega Aqua Lake, and the Skate Cup, because it's got its new course. Hot Crater, the one in the thumbnail. And then challenges, finish Trap Tower with an A rank as Heady. So those are the highlights. Those are what we're going to try and do, at the very least today. Where at the very least we're going to try and do that. We'll see whether we get anything else done. But those are our priorities. And the other thing is that apparently character stats have been moved around in many ways. So we are going to change it back to my beautiful Mechasonic, my favourite character in the roster, because apparently he's actually playable now with handling changes and all the rest of that. He doesn't suck anymore. He's actually pretty good. So we're going to do that, and then we're going to head into the tutorial. I'm going to take it anything with an exclamation mark is new, but might as well just go through all of it, frankly. Big question mark on the course. We'll see what that means. The exit is just ahead, but feel free to mess around in the playground if you'd like. Oh, which button did I set that to? Oh, damn. Right, okay. That's what it is. Okay, so it's a little early to be making any sort of snap judgments on this, so I'll leave that for a moment. I'm taking it the circle on there's the teleporter, but we want to go and see what this exclamation mark is. This is over this way somewhere. this tower, I suppose. Maybe we need to try and make our way up there. Oh yeah, the acid drop as well, I hear, is a new thing. Where if you're kinda on this wall, you can fast fall to get a kind of a speed boost. I'm gonna need people in the comments to kind of give me advice and feedback and confirmations and everything I'm saying, because I have skimmed through the 2.4 Saints log, but you know, not guaranteed for a start. Checkpoint. Ah, right. So if you respawn, you go to a checkpoint, I take it? Is that the idea? Yeah, okay. I know checkpoints now give you the XP system. That's a new thing as well. We'll see how that goes. It looks like, generally speaking, there's a lot more kind of button prompts now. Or I should say that the game prompts you a lot more with the prompts. Right, so fun challenge, I'm going to take it, is we need to try and get on top of that tower somehow. Is it just going to be a course? Is it just going to be, you know, up here? Who knows? Might as well have a look. And I believe the wind is the new slip tide indicator, I believe. Don't quote me on that. That's just what I believe it is. Tricks seem to be mostly unchanged. That didn't feel any different. But you know, as much as this is a total gameplay overhaul, you don't need to change everything. Some things can stay the same. You know, it's at a certain point you just start making changes for the sake of it, you know. That's not necessary. The visual indicator for reaching tripwire threshold, now called Sonic Boom. So that's what the wind now does. That's not nothing to do, or at least it's not entirely related to the speed boot. Ah, damn it. Okay. Gotta drop there. Okay, so they're not entirely to do with... what am I even saying? Not entirely to do with slip tiding, though it is, of course, still something to do, because I take it slip tiding is still probably at least a little bit based on your speed. Yeah, right, in here. Then I take it, yep, along here. An ancient gear. That's new. This whole UI is new. 6 ancient gears left. I take it the idea is then that there's going to be 6 gears hidden around the stage and we need to go collect them all. Around playground. Right, so, question therefore is, where's the rest of them? Is this the starting area? Don't think so. I'm going to imagine it's not quite as simple as walking up to it to get up that thing. But I wouldn't be all that surprised if one of those ancient gears is up there. Oop. Right, so that's the teleporter. That's the last thing we want to see at the moment, frankly. We want to be going up here. Want to be, presumably, everything's kind of deepest place you can get to. Right, there we are. And then in here somewhere? Yep. Oh, still gotta try and land upright, of course. Ah, sorry, that's something falling down in the background. Don't need to worry about that. Right, then up here, I take it. try not to fall and break our necks. Ah, that's going to be a nasty one. Just the sheer distance time it's going to take to get back on yourself each time. Oof. But we know what we're doing. Just need to do it right. Oh. Oh, you fucking bastard. There we go. And we actually land on our feet this time. Right, so clearly there's one way to go. Is this the opening section? Looks like it. Yeah, and there's an ancient gear. Where's my camera controls? Oh, actually no, I think this is a ramp. I think this is how we get to that. Yep. There we go. There's the second of 7, it looks like. Oh no. Yeah, 7. Yeah, okay, there is 7. I'm counting correctly. But yeah, one of them's 100% through that trick panel. Set of trick panels. So we are going to want to try and get up there. But that's at least one thing. Wave dashing isn't that different. The only difference is left charge and right charge being counted separately, with one massively penalizing the other, with the idea that you basically have to commit to one side. Oh, okay, this is a tough one. That's a tough challenge. Gonna have to come onto that correctly, which I'm not doing. Kind of messing it up. Oh, fuck. Right, we'll take it the easy way. Just go up the ramp. Camera's a bit more of a problem than I remember it being, but then we are trying to do things that weren't really in the original version, so makes sense. Called this snake tiding and it's really dumb and input intensive. Yeah, it makes sense you want to drop it then. It does feel like wave dash. Okay, well actually no, it's the tripwire threshold. Maybe it's easier if I just aim at the things. Okay, we'll leave that one to later, because that one's clearly going to take some time. Let's go and search out some other stuff for now. Like, for example, this section with the Eggman symbols. We going for something here? Looks like it's maybe just a skip to get to this section. Unless there's some new stuff we didn't look at last time. Yeah, doesn't look like there's anything else up here. Looks like it's just the one challenge. It feels like there's something up there. Yeah, I was about to say, these aren't multi-directional, so we can't just... Oh. Okay, I feel like there's probably some new tech we've got to use to get up there. Because that's clearly not doing anything. Lucky that there's plenty of ring recharges all across the map here. Right, up here. There we go. Is the next section. Follow the signs. Separate. Okay, yeah. We need... That one's easy to get. We just need a lot more speed. It shouldn't be too bad. Is there just going to be like... Yeah, red springs at the back here. It's going to be line it up and just drive into the blue spring, isn't it? Okay, maybe a little more than that. Maybe spin dash into the blue spring. And then just don't accelerate as we're going backwards. Because it does look like it's just going to launch us straight into it, as long as we line ourselves up correctly. Okay, yeah, we're definitely going straight at this point, so... Okay, looking backwards, it appears cuts a lot of our momentum. Okay, that one's no more difficult than I was giving it credit for. We're kind of going to the side now. We've ended up sneaking a little bit. There's something we're missing. Something we're missing here. I guess maybe just use rings as we're making our way there. Just to get those extra speed boosts. Definitely don't look behind us, because it looks like that affects us now. What other means do you have for generating extra speed? Rings, of course. Oh, ho, ho, close. Very, very, very close. Feels like we're on the right track. See, yeah, I would think it's spin dashing into it in the original version, but it feels like they've changed the way kind of backing into things works now. It doesn't feel like you keep quite as much speed. Okay, yeah. Still something. Still a little extra something. You're just about missing out on that. Just acid dropping, I guess, this section. Let's have a look. Oh, okay. This acid dropping's feeling a bit awkward. Like, doesn't feel like I'm going as straight as I should be, if that makes sense. Are we like comboing between the two? Is that what we're doing? Ah, and then lose it all because the thing didn't properly go off with the wall. Ooh, okay. That was perfect until I messed it up myself at the end. I think at that point it's just let it go. Maybe if I just spin dash straight into this side, just do the acid drop. It feels like it maybe it's a placebo effect, but it feels like it auto-corrects your direction a lot faster than it did before. Or more heavily. I suppose is probably a more correct term. There we go. Right, and there's the ancient gear. So that's 3 out of 7. That will be the general handling buff, which heavyweights benefit more from. You reckon I'm just going to be able to drop onto the other gear from here? Nah, it would have been cheap. It would have been cheap. So we've got 3 more of these things remaining. And like, it feels like this is deceptively simple. Yeah, definitely not that. This feels deceptively simple, but I am messing it up, so... Not quite. I thought this was a racing game, not a collectathon. You and me alike. It does feel like they are pushing heavy into this acid drop though throughout this whole playground. Despite it's not like it's the only new change they've made. I haven't seen anything about, what is it? You know, bailing out or whatever. I still don't actually know how to bail out. Don't know whether that's just something you're not able to do on this section, maybe? Oh, fuck's sake. A little too much. I needed to turn a little bit more, because at that point I was still apparently legally considered to be facing the side. It does feel like you lose the acid drop very quickly if you're not hitting any speed boosters afterwards. Ring bail is now covered in the rings tutorial. Okay. Right, is there something I'm missing on the lead up to this? No. Handling drop off. I was about to say, maybe if I like charge up a drift into the yellow thing, Ah, but then I'm not facing it quite right. Why am I breaking? Why am I doing that? Didn't need to be doing that. Don't know why I was. Way too low. I was using rings on the lead up to it. Let's go for that trick one. As much as it's probably a little more difficult, it at least makes sense. Grey spark is what you get when you killed your speed. A failed drift, pretty much. Right, okay. It sounded like the high-powered drift from before, but clearly not. Clearly that is not what it is. Also, yeah, why am I doing this? I can just respawn at the checkpoint. That's the whole point. That's why they placed it there. Duh. Doh. Oh. Right. It's this. What was the command? I did it for like half a second. There we go. Right. You just need to charge first before you go onto it. I'm doing it the wrong way around. Why does it feel like every time I'm dropping down it's a completely new button layout? Just let me... Okay, it only works with the D-pad going left. It doesn't work with the control stick going left for some reason. There we go. Right, let's not mess this up now. That is our fourth ancient gear, I believe. Yeah, okay, out of 7. 3 of them now collected. We got the one up at the top of this route. But it does feel like there's something more going on here. Aha! There's another challenge? Looks like it. Up here. Okay, but you do need to aim it correctly. There we go, that is now just 2 more remaining. So clearly the one that we keep missing when we go shooting for it. And this ramp will be this way. which feels like it's really obvious and I'm just messing it up somehow. Respawn? Where's this gone? Oh, wow, okay. Didn't hit another checkpoint on the way, I guess. Kinesis Force asks, what's happening? Well, I'm trying out Dr. Robotnik's Ring Racers version 2.4 for the first time. I figured the first thing to do, the smartest thing to do, is to start with the tutorial. But rather than go through the new tutorial, what I've ended up doing is going through Playground, which is, I believe, the last bit of the tutorial first, because it's the first thing on the extras list. And I'm now trying to get all of these ancient gears. Okay, so what is the button combination for overdrive, ring bail, whatever? Because I know that's supposed to give you like a crazy burst of speed. Is that going to be involved somehow? What is the ring burst? Ring bail is whatever your old respawn button was. It's like an awkward place on my touchpad. I think I set it to. I might need to go and change some control options. D-pad left. Okay. So like, if I just go up here and I just use the ring bail, I hear that's like a crazy burst of speed. Okay, nowhere near enough speed. Never mind. And then you can't collect rings until, yeah, I guess those birds disappear. Or I should say robots. Okay, that was nowhere near enough speed. I assumed it'd be a little more. A lot of the gifts make it out to be a lot more powerful than that was. Oh, okay, you can just like tap it. Right, okay, yeah, still not powerful. I figured maybe if I use it while on the way towards it, maybe that'll work, but no, that did basically nothing. You get out what you put in. Yeah, makes sense. I suppose. Nowhere near. Nowhere near. So what does it do if I've got no rings then? Oh, it doesn't trigger. Boring. So that's like the final one I'm seeing. Oh, and then it does display all of them. I suppose maybe the last one's over in this corner then, because that's where the question marks moved to. Is it over here? Yeah, I didn't even notice that the location of the final exclamation mark had changed. I have this big runway. It leads nowhere, apparently. I mean, we got the big giant ramp we came in on. Is there going to be anything at the end of that? Maybe? I mean, it's a kind of an elevated position, so maybe we might at least... Ah, yeah, okay, so there's that that gap there. Hole there that I reckon must be where the other thing is. Question is, how do we get to it? Because my cameras have also seemingly been removed. I can't like look anywhere. I remember if I just wasn't moving and looked around, I would kind of like look up and down, but that's just not doing anything now. There we go. So yeah, there's that big thing there. There's like textures all around it, which might be something to do with it, maybe. I was going to say, like, maybe E-braking if we land on it correctly and then we E-brake properly. Like, it's not that high. It feels... like, if we angle it correctly so that we land on our wheels when we get up there, we might be able to use the E-brake, maybe. And a couple of spin dashes. We just need to get it right. Which that wasn't. Oh, nearly. We kind of hit the corner. Didn't quite work out. Yes, there we go. There we are. Right. So that really does mean it's that final gear that we got left. That final gear that is taunting us, flying up in the air over yonder. Let's have a look. Is it going to render in from this distance? Right, let's get some more rings. Just trying out some of that, like, empty drifting thing. Right. It's floating above the sand here. I'm almost tempted to just kind of try and do that acid drop and just drop down on top of it, but I'm not... that's not really in the spirit of things, is it? It feels like I'm missing something really obvious, because it is... so close. If we do this right, we're so close to hitting the scraping the bottom of it. You're a heavyweight. What kind of things do they specialize in? It's been a while. Come on, stop like cryptic hints. I've been playing as Ring the Racer most of the time for the last couple of playthroughs. I've forgotten. What's the heavyweight specialize in again? Like, stunting other people out of the way. Drift boosts. But the problem is that, like, to hit the spring, we gotta... to hit the spring head on, we seem to lose a ton of speed. Turning directions. How did that fail? What went wrong there? See, because then, like, I lose all the speeds trying to turn around to see it. So unless it really was placebo and you can just run into the thing. Oh, you fucking bastard. How has he been here? Bro's having to learn how to drift into springs. It's been a while, okay? Come on, guys. Don't be like this. I need some more rings. I need to spend some to keep my drift going now. Can I, like, reignite it once it's grey? Yeah, looks like I can at least reignite it. See, because it's like, it's turning around afterwards. That's the problem. It's not necessarily drifting into it. It's not running into it. It's then turning around afterwards. That's the difficult part. And that's the bit where I'm losing all the speed. Like, I've lost all my speed then, turning around so that I've actually got any momentum going into it. I think what you're supposed to do is, like, charge the thing, hit the spring. Problem, of course, being is that it's in a sea of other springs. And I've got to be... Okay, I think I hit the yellow spring, there's the problem. So I didn't get any speed at all from that, really. You need to hit it while you're sideways, and then release it when you're facing the right way. Okay. It's in the wrong spring. I think I'm hitting the grey one, which is... Yeah, I'm hitting the grey one, which is messing me up, because greys do absolutely nothing. Useless springs. Right, more rings. For fuck's sake, this fucking great spring. Oh, you fucking bastard! You gotta be fucking kidding me! Oh. Everything was going so right. Right, come on, Mechasonic. Get a little closer to that blue spring. Torture us. Grey spring. Grey spring. Grey spring. Oh, that. Grey springs. Gotta love the grey springs. Oh, come on! That's like the second or third time I've grazed it now. I'm having a fun time in 2.4. That is completely correct, Sublimise. Went into Playground first on his own volition. Because it's the first thing in the list. If it's the last thing you're supposed to see in the tutorial, it should be the last thing on the list in extras. It shouldn't be the first thing you see. Like, obviously I'm going to click it. It's the first thing on the list. Come on, Mechasonic. Don't do that. The Ring Racers list, yes, indeed. Grey Spring, gotta love the Grey Spring. Gotta love the Yellow Springs as well. Gotta love all colours of springs, but especially blue springs. I'd really like to go into a blue spring. Because you can't see them on the camera when you hit them. That really makes it suck. So how are you supposed to do this if you're not a heavyweight character? Is it just everyone's just good enough for the drifting tech to work? You know, as much as the heavyweights best characters for it, everyone can manage it. There we go. Typically when I'm engineering this sort of spring setup, we make the final one better. There we go. Finally. JackalMan, GG. There we go. There's that one done. What was that? Oh, I figured it'd be something slightly more than just it as a follower. It's a bit dull. But yeah, sure, okay. I'm not lost already. Right, so there we are. So that was Ancient Gear. Got them all in the end. Version 2.5, they really need to put Playground as the final thing you're supposed to see in the tutorial at the end of the list of the tutorial segments, rather than it be the first thing you see, because that just makes it annoying. Right, I'm seeing a lot of new CDs. There's the Heady Trap Tower thing I was told about. More CDs. More CDs. Is that going to be Hot Crater? Because it's the only map that I'm not going to have, I think. Oh, yeah, this is the one I think people were saying was really tough. This is like platinum level, I believe. Something crazy like that. Obscene. Like, that's get the platinum medal on Popcorn Workshop, effectively. I've heard that one's really cruel. Yeah, a lot of prison. It seems like they decided they wanted to change how prison work. It looks like I'm just going to be playing a lot of prison rounds at this rate. That Popcorn Workshop one is Vile, Place Class, AOC. Well, yeah, that's what you want to do with every time trial. I don't think that's changed. As much as a lot of the others have been made better, it's still... Time trials is still the king. Right, well, we'll start from the very beginning, see whether anything's changed in the rest of them. Right. So yeah, sorry guys if you've seen this plenty of times before, but we're going to do it again. We're going to go through the tutorial, see whether that's changed. I am glad that whatever remaps of controls they've made it a lot easier to skip past characters. Camera controls. The buttons are actually your buttons now. Yeah, that made it a lot easier. So, especially with the garden top, that one always threw me. Like, 40 plus hours in the game, and it always threw me that it would have the opposite layout that I was using for how to throw it and how to just charge it. So that always confused me. Charger panel, sneaker panels. It's a bit strange they introduced the charger panels as like stronger than the sneaker panel before you see any sneaker panels. According to Tyron, having controlled lifts match your bindings was a tremendous pain in the ass to implement. I mean, I can imagine so, but like, it's worth it. Definitely worth it. As much as it is using, from the looks of it, Xbox game binds, because the game, I'm having to use DS4 Windows for a couple of games, so the game thinks I'm using an Xbox controller when I'm actually using my DualSense. The other thing I know has been added are meadows that effectively replace, or not replace, but because they haven't added any new colours, they've made it so that now, what's it called? Once you've collected all of the colours, all remaining courses that had spray cans on are now meadows, which is good. That's very good change. Quality of life. High voltage ring, 80,000 rings. Always fun. Very nice ring. Let's move on. Let's try out some of the new stuff added. Use rings, yep. There we are. Okay, so this bit hasn't changed. This is still insta whips, which I think the new controller prompts are actually controller agnostic. Ah, well. That middle one at the very least feels, the one that I've mapped my talking button to, looks a lot more like the Xbox controller location place there than the PlayStation equivalent. So it's effectively mapped to the share button on the DualSense. I think it's still called the share button. Or at least that was what was on the DualShock. Easy, easy. Gotta get rid of those landmines. Oh yeah, this is another new change, isn't it? You can now use insta-whips to collect, yeah, enemy items. Do I then need to, like, hit someone with them? The other thing is we can now, yeah, throw landmines. Which you couldn't do before. Ah, missed the jackpot. Alright, here's the bit where you always used to farm that one ring challenge. That question mark ring is new. Oh, okay. Skipped it. I figured it wouldn't be. There we go. Easy. Yeah, and then there's the, I think it's an emerald mine at the end. Need to find some way to bust through. It's items, isn't it? Right, item. There we are. You think you can also grab insta-whip things being dragged along behind enemies? Orbinauts and bananas. It's a good thing that they have added more utility to the insta-whip, because it never... I can't recall a time where I ever wanted to use the insta-whip beforehand. But now it does feel like there is... maybe not like more so than just having an item on you, but it does feel like there is at least a conceptual reason to put yourself into a position to be using the insta-whip, which there wasn't really before. Right, and then through the tripwire. Yeah, made the whip way more useful, something-wise. Tripwire effect, that looks different. I guess to differentiate it from the checkpoints, but it looks a lot more powerful now. Empty gate there. But I suppose we'll go this way? No? Go the other way. Bug in the system. Amps was for the question mark, but it's explained better later. Okay, that's good. Yeah, because amps, reading through the patch notes, it seems to be the big new feature, but it isn't explained in a way that makes much sense if you haven't seen it before. Like, I'm sure it'll make sense and be described well enough, but just reading it doesn't make too much sense. But hopefully we get a better understanding of it here. One more Gatsa bomb to go. I've done enough of those things. I don't need to hear about how to use the Gatsa bombs more. Plenty of experience with them. And then is this, congratulations, you've already got them all. No, okay. I assumed they had custom, what's it called? Custom text for if you'd already gotten them all. Amps are pretty simple once you've got a decent explanation of them. Okay. Okay then. Coming out halfway through. It's nice. Originally designed to be a death trap, ring racer, yada yada yada. I've seen all this before. Right. Well, now we learned a lesson. Let's not skip these if we don't need to be. But I say, it's not really worthwhile braking and just accelerating. You want to go spin dash through that. Brake a lot, just barely. Ooh. Tripwire sprites to indicate you can't go over it. The old tripwire sprites still in some courses. Tripwires are now coded to be infinitely tall. Makes sense. Ooh. Close, but no dice. I thought the respawn tutorial was in there, but I guess maybe they just skipped that now, or maybe it's later on, who knows. Next part's tricky. Springs line the walls below, which will dump careless visitors into a pit. Braking is good for fine control, but sometimes my best option is to keep pushing forward. When I can steer freely and use rings, my engine exerts more force than my brakes. Okie-dokie. Nice change of pace to be told about your hazards in advance. Bro immediately dissipates his own advice and skips a question ring, lol. I didn't see it, to be honest. E-brake functions. This feels like it's taken longer than it did before. But there we are. Ah. Tried my luck. Just barely got burnt. Bit of an awkward set of tracks there. Right, I take it. Ignore those spikes. Spikes down the incline. Make sure to use the e-brake to avoid taking damage. Fantastic timing on my behalf. All the way there. Spin dash over the incline. Yeah, drift while e-braking to charge up a spin dash. Yeah, okay, that is not as intuitive. They made the seesaw longer because people were just driving over it. The ring, skip ring there is to tell you about ring burst. Okay. Spin dash lets you skip over off-road. Easy. And then we do it again here. Easy. Lets you skip over water. Yeah. Let's go. I've done enough water skipping to know how it works. Ah, it's just the respawn section. Drive around it because we know what's coming. You've somehow expertly avoided a hidden hedgehog hole. Funny that. Right, definitely don't skip this one. Oh. Of course, all of the only new one I miss is the one that doesn't in the slightest apply to me. Typical. The only new ring I actually hit that isn't basically mandatory. It's completely irrelevant. Fast fall, yep. Done enough of that as well. Are they gonna talk to you about the acid drop, or is it just figured that you'd probably figure that out on your own? Right, on to the next one. Drifting. Signal is weak. For smooth turns, drift, stored, yada yada yada. Heard it all before. These aren't new. These will allow me to charge up stronger drifts. Yep, done all of this before. Is this the section with the Omichow? Sorry, not the Omichow. The SPB chase. I think it is. I think the only difference here is that at the very end there's a sign explaining how to slip tides / wave dash. have to charge up a rainbow drift. Strange. Let's see how that goes. Oh, ho, ho. Barely. Ah, yeah, here it is. Here's the SPB. Ah, I can't skip it. But I've done some SPB attack. This shouldn't be too bad. It's a little bit crazy that they ask this of all new players straight off the bat. I wonder how often this was the reason people dropped the game. I mean, they're all complaining about the tutorial. I wonder whether this was the section that was like, yep, okay, that's enough for me. Because I've got to be honest, once you get used to it, it's not too bad. It's really not that bad. I just wouldn't be all that surprised if this was the thing that made people go, no, not a chance. Adjust your turns for driving underwater. Easier said than done. I'm really bad at the underwater physics. Oh, jeez, I forgot how long this section was. Like, okay, I get it. I can avoid the SPB. Just let me go, please! There's the lightning shield. Yep, got it. Oh, that's new. That's all new. Slip tiding. Tap and release drift while steering. Everyone can look up if needs be. Mid jump scare GIF creator quit the game at this point 100%. Not a clue what you're talking about, but sure. Yep, I've been doing enough of that to understand how the slip sliding works. Right, I think the only thing left in the tutorial section is items now. So we'll try that out. And then I think we'll go ahead with Heady on Trap Tower. Try all of this new stuff in an actual race. Oh no, there's items and springs. Oh, this is the items haul thing. Right, okay, so there are some new changes. I think the stone shoe is the first one. Yeah, try the stone shoe. I remember seeing in the change notes that they had to edit how this worked because people were getting hit, effectively. And then, how do I get rid of it? Okay, it's just timing from the looks of it. Roulette wheels does to do with waiting first. If leading, you'll get a unique roulette with exclusive items for keeping everyone else at bay to extend your front run. Is there anything explaining the table odds? Or is it just read through it all? A tether. Okay, a little bit more an explanation of what the tether actually is. And springs is completely unchanged from 2.3, so we can skip that then. Right, so yeah, lots of explanations to basically go, yeah, tethers are good. Okay, so other than the Toxo Mister, what other items have actually changed? Is it just the Lightning Shield that got its functionality changed? The chain itself is also hitbox. Nasty. Ram or shoot the center pole to destroy it. If it's not destroyed, the owner can pick it up and redeploy. Let's drop that one down. Drive through it. Oh, okay. Well, I've got it, so... just chucking it everywhere. I mean, I feel like that's pretty easy to deal with, unless it drains a lot of rings in the time it takes to hit it. Super rings now come in stacks, give you a small speed boost. Sneaker got buff, Prox Mine has a new visual. Okay, we'll go through all of them, just to have a quick look. So these now stack. Oh wow, okay, and it immediately speeds you forward. Or gives you a burst of speed? I don't know, not entirely certain. The drop target owner transfers and hits. So, expert items then. Is that going to be explained in this tutorial? What the distinction is between that and any number of other things? Is this one of those awkward demonstrations where they can't really put it anywhere? Sometimes in low positions you get multiple super rings. Sneaker's now buffed. Let's have a look. Oh yeah, okay, yeah, no, that feels stronger. Ball Hog's new visuals. Experts only high XP. Oh, and now we got 7 of them rather than 5. Overcharging will use the explosion to burst your head. Is overcharging new? I don't recall that being a thing. Is the overcharging new? Because otherwise I might have been bad-mouthing the Ball Hog all of this time, only for it to actually be quite good. I never realised it was able to do that. Self-propelled bomb only appears at the leader's only very far away. Well, I'm assuming that was pretty much identical. I couldn't really tell. If the leader changes a lot while the SPV is out, it will fly far forward and detonate on its own. How considerate of it. Am I now in the vents? Okay, TikTok. Right. Oh, there we are. Let's get back in there. Right, what do we have next? Rocket sneakers. How have they changed? Tripwire, yada 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 yada. They look pretty much the same. It's going to be visual, I imagine. Although it looks like the basic sneaker buff also applies to that, so I suppose there's also that. Proximity Mine. This is a new visual, apparently. If you drag it for too long, you'll be slowed down. Driving into a proximity mine before it arms will kick it away, reset its time to arm. Arm faster when thrown forward. Yeah. Okay, yeah, no, definitely a new visual. I suppose to kind of show the detonation distance. Oh wait, no, I'm not going to be able to trigger it myself, am I? Ugh. Well, there you go. That's cool. That's a cooler thing. I can imagine it might get a little bit confusing. Only in item capsules on certain courses. Tap to use it and launch into the air for a trick. Boom. Easy. Orbinauts doesn't sound like anything's changed there. Let's see the description. Or patrol in a circle. And let's try and destroy this Toximister, seeing as that's been there this whole time. Try and put it out of its misery. Lining sealed, that looks nice. Right, I mean we kind of already seen this one, but let's see how powerful that boost is when you're actually expecting it. Pretty decent. That's a decent little boost. Nothing to sniff at. Okay, there's a lot of these. I thought we would have gone through them all at this point. I get the idea. Let's just have a look at the sealed, just to have the new visuals. Escorts enemy racers in contact. That's kind of cool. But let's just get rid of it. There you go. What's the other shield? What's the bubble shield? Bubble shield, bubble shield, bubble shield, bubble shield. There it is. Right, okay, here's the big one, XP and amps. How do these work? Those XP crystals you collect in Grand Prix aren't just for show, they actually have an effect mid-race as well. The more XP you have, the stronger your roulette odds become whenever you're not leading the pack. Earning XP depends on how many opponent races you're ahead of per checkpoint, so it also matters when you earn it. Keeping ahead of everyone else early on in the race means it's easier to quickly regain your position if a catastrophe happens. The tougher it is to snatch first, though not impossible if you are in the back of the pack. You can circumvent this a bit by timing your roulette better to land on stronger items, since its spin is slower when behind. Say, Eggman, this does a good job of making people who wait in the back or race to strike really work for it. I suppose, but that's merely a useful side effect. Its true genius is spreading out the pack. Pile-ups of middling strength racers are just a little too claustrophobic competition, aren't they? I've been rigorously tested for fairness, but I love playing from behind anyway. Everybody loves a good underdog. The doctor can't be stopped. Ahmed says, clearly, Eggman's hype man. Amps. When you inflict damage to an opponent, you will receive amps. If you run out of rings, your stored amps will be spent, and you'll gain a burst of speed. However, if you end up using all of your rings by holding down trigger, your amps won't be used until you release trigger. As an additional tip, if you're in desperate need to use your amps, then you can use ring bail. Be advised that you'll be unable to pick up rings, and one hit will destroy your ring racer, high risk, high reward. Tried a few items on this empty egg robo. I said all of that, and I realized that I really wasn't paying attention like I should have been. Fuck it, what items have we got that I don't have to go and read again? Fuck. Throw Toximeister at it, see how that goes. Fuck. Oh, Bullhogs. There you go. That's easy. Right, hello there, buddy. Let's kill you. Did I get any amps for that? Didn't sound like it. Gats of bombs, they're easy. Could have made this section a little less claustrophobic. You'll know you have amps if there's electricity in the ring on the bomb corner. Does it speed up if you've got a lot of amps? Yeah. How powerful does it get? Looks like that's max power. And then we bail to use it. Okay, yeah, so significantly better if you have some amps. Well, there you go. That's nowhere near max, that's not max power. Okay, well, it looked like that was it. It wasn't visually getting more impressive. Just throw that up there. Right, what's going on here? Wow, Eggman, that poor Cappy is cooked. My body measures that repair has taken hours. It's so given a broken teleporter. At least the ones on the end still works. That's fantastic. The max is when the ring gains its own electric shield. Okay, makes sense. Well, we've been here for an hour and 20 minutes now. I remember mocking people, or not mocking, but like thinking in my head, God, how can you spend an hour and 20 minutes on the Ring Racers tutorial? It's really not that in-depth. It's long, but not that long. Look at me now. Right. Having now done all of that as good old Mecha Sonic, we now need to change to Heady, who I believe... Oh, it's that guy. Okay. I was about to say. Him and the other guy, I think his name's like Zip or whatever. I always get them confused, despite them not actually being that difficult. Or similar. And Trap Tower, I think, is on the second page. Somewhere. It's early on, I think. 765 Stadium, Savannah Citadel. Gizm's Chaos Suit. Now into the War Park. Trap Tower's on the bottom row of the first page. Earlier than I remember it being. That's Virtual Highway. We need to go on that again at some... There it is, Flame Cup. Right, well, we only technically need to go for the first thing, but we might as well go for all of it, you know? Why not? Bit of interest. First time I'm playing as Heady as well, actually. Although I noticed after all of that, they still haven't actually explained the starting First Blood boost. The thing that I saw a lot of people complain, well, why didn't you tell us how this works? And they still didn't bother explaining it in the brand new system. Hilarious. Is this how I get to prove to people that actually, yeah, I am good, I know what I am doing. Now we've got the new item mods and stuff. And I can sit ahead of everyone for ages. Despite never actually using any offensive items. Oh, just about messed it up. But Big is catching up, so maybe I'm not quite as dominant as I thought. Feels like a time trial now, just nothing but rings. Easy. Oh, wait. Fuck. 5 laps. Okay. It used to be 3. Got me. Showed me, didn't it? Here I was going like, haha, easy. Got it. Done. Over. No, clearly not. Yeah, get out of here. I also know that you don't have a lap bonus anymore. It's based on how many checkpoints you got and where you got them. So now we need to try and be good the entire way through the race. We can't just make our big bursts for first right at the very end of the race anymore. You need to be doing well the entire time. More laps are in most courses, which I'm not a huge fan of, at least conceptually. Maybe I'll get used to it, but at a conceptual level, I'm not a huge fan of the idea of more laps. Was there much of a complaint that the races were too short beforehand? Because it's not one that I was really hearing. You know, I wasn't hearing people say, we need these races to take less time. It also looks like they've changed the sound. Oh, wow, okay. They have definitely changed the point system. I kind of glanced at the screen a little bit. 150 points for getting first place. It's quite different. And you're the new character as well. Because they added one new character. Are they changed the snowman sprites? Kind of driving past them, they look quite different. Fucking this up. I was kind of hoping our exciting new character for 2.4 was going to be someone like people were requesting, like Vector or Omega, and not whoever that weird bear guy is. But no, I suppose he's fine as well. Right, he's got a guard on top, that's not great. Okay, this one at the very least is still only 3 laps. That's good. I wouldn't want it to be much longer. I am also noticing, kinda just off the side of it, that people do seem to be a bit more all over the place. Enemy AI, that is. Compared to before, which is good. As much as we still clearly have a rival, they're not the only one we're looking out for now. Or rather, our rival and then like the 2 or 3 other people made to be our rival, I should say. The other thing I suppose is good is that with the new way that the laps and checkpoint system works, is that you're not going to be in a situation where an enemy AI keeps catching up with you right at the end of a lap and keeps screwing you over that way. Now it's a bit more interesting, varied, you know? Are you able to effectively dodge jaws? Not like that, you're not. But you can try. For fuck's sake, why am I messing this up all of a sudden? I won really good race and then... Oh, I should have bailed. The bots are generally more competent, especially on the more technical maps. The bullshit factor has been appropriately toned down, however. That's good. I'm also hearing people say that I apparently messed up by not being in Vissus, which is great. I suppose there's one easy way to check, and that's to exit the game. Great. Well, we'll try this again on Vissus. I'm not going to go through the whole thing on Vissus. Zone City is apparently still a nightmare. Fantastic. I expect nothing else. Oh yeah, this is good. This feels very nice. It definitely feels like they've tuned this update for the kind of people who play primarily on Vissus, because this feels very good. It feels a lot more different here on Vissus than it did playing on Intense, I'll put it that way. And the other thing I'm not doing, which was a problem back in the older versions, is I'm still not using my rings when I should be. Especially now that it being in first, you're going to be getting a lot more rings. There's no reason not to be using them. Or even less of a reason not to be using them. Oh, okay, yeah, no, you store items. I was about to say, ridiculous. Lose my lightning seal to pick up a banana, but no, you just store them. I forgot about that. We'll drop that banana as well. How good is the lightning seal for breaking through trope wires then? That's clearly a new thing. That feels like it's very powerful. Oh, okay. Mark of Honor there. We're doing well enough that the enemies have been able to chuck out an SPB to chase after us. Now we've got to play like we're in SPB attack. Oh, okay, messed up. Messed up. Really bad time to mess up. Really bad time to mess up. You could use it to get through a tripwire. The opportunity is rarely going to do it. The Zone City has taken the crown of hardest map against bots. Gear 3 is fast. Intense was always ring races as intended. Special attention was given to Gear 1 relax to make it not be insufferably boring. That's good to know. There's always the auto ring option in the menu if you want. Doing it manually is far better. In first, you won't get Sonic Boom pretty much ever. It requires 900% speed. Was it? Did I not get an A rank there? What, do I need like a perfect round? Or something like that? I wasn't paying attention, I was reading chat. Oh, fuck you, Heavy Magician. Oh, messed it up. Right, give me those things. Oh, I used it to take the normal boring shortcut and not the cool tripwire shortcut. You got the sound slightly wrong. You need to place first, not get an A rank. Got it. Understood. Makes that SPB sting all the little more. Don't think I hit anyone with that, but it's at least cool to get it for the first time. And then the Toxameister, I was about to say, just got overtaken. But as soon as I said that, they end up going headfirst into a... what's it called? Bubble sealed, so we're actually fine. And we have got some amps from somewhere. Oh, I messed that up. Poor timing. Very poor timing. There we go. Right, now do I have it? Finally. On Trap Tower's head, he finish in first and get grade A. Okay, so that was the problem. I needed to do both. Right, is there anything that isn't just prison eggs? Because else I think we might just be going into random tracks and just prison egging a lot. Jeez. Okay, there is something slightly different, and it was just do lots of prison rounds. Yeah, let's not. On... oh, Hot Crater. Let's do that. Let's go on Intense and Hot Crater. And we'll try it as Mechasonic, because... why not? Worst comes to worst, we just play, go back, and we once again set what's it called? Ring the Racer as my rival. This feels very different already. I can't quite place it, what it is that feels different, but this feels very... oh yeah, no, this was one of the ones that got complete overhaul, isn't it? Which is strange, because it doesn't feel different. It looks different, it clearly is different, but until just now, I wouldn't be able to place exactly what it is that's different. It's just like, yeah, this feels new in that opening section, but once you get here, it's like, okay, yeah, no, it's definitely different. Oh, and there's our, what's it called? Medal that we need to go and collect at some point. Maybe we'll get it in one of our 4 laps. That's also been buffed, it used to be 3. Whoa, Knuckles, where did you come from? Bastard. Okay, well, we won't get it right now because we're too busy fighting for first. I do like the changes to the items though, as much as I'm not commenting on them. I do like the fact that in first you are once again thinking a little bit about, well, what items do I get? Whereas beforehand it was just kind of a reflective spam everything. That feels slightly different. It feels like they've changed the timing a little bit on the jackpot thing. But again, maybe that's just placebo. It feels a little bit different. Sorry guys, coming through. Right, so you really do have to get the timing right for this. Okay, yeah, no, definitely not going to go for the medal this thing, seeing as Knuckles is a 30th of a second behind me. Now very much ahead of me. But the power of being a super heavyweight comes back. Oh, no. Kodachrome Void 4 laps, which I think is actually a decrease. New Scar Babylon better? Absolutely, 100%. That was a way better race than before. This also feels stronger. But then, that was right up until stuff like that happened. That kind of thing generally knocks my opinion on Kodachrome Void down a little bit. Because that was the big problem last time. Oh, fuck you, Knuckles. Ah, he's trying to drop a stone shoe on me, I see. Yeah, sorry, Knuckles. I'm in first. Doesn't actually matter as much as it used to, but still like being in first. Going into a new lap. Oh, you fucking bastard. Hey, Robo, you fucking bastard. Whoa, dodge that. What's the Jaws pathing like? Has that been improved in any way, or is that still generally pretty useless? Yeah, get out of the way. Out, no! No, oh, you... This is getting ridiculous now, Knuckles. If you're going to be ahead of me, please be at least a decent position back. Don't be 0.08 of a second ahead. This is like Formula 1 levels of close, and it's not good. Okay, thrown too far. At least if Egg Robo's ahead, it's kind of inter-AI rivals there. Whereas if Knuckles is ahead all of the time, he's the one getting all of those yummy points. Oh, you fucking... Jaws are a bit better. Jaws back throws. A bit, I think, is an overstatement. Okay. Jaws back throws are better. The trailing hitbox stick. They accelerate way faster since you're just cats instead of getting hit. I've got some cheeky hits with it. Okay. So you can kind of throw Jaws backwards. Have Prison Break rounds been changed in any significant manner? Or are they pretty much the same as they were before? You fucking knew that the CD would drop from the sky? Yeah. That's all things always just what happens, you know? Just to mess with you. Battle as a whole didn't receive many changes according to Pencil Void. Yeah. I mean, I'm sure that probably a couple of them have had tweaks to their layout. You know, reading the change logs, it just half the time it feels like every course in the game got changes. So it's hard to be like, ah, yeah, that's a battle one that got changes. It's just like, yeah, probably all of them did. Gum, you better not land on me. Fucking lamps! That is an interesting place to put the medal. Another way, Knuckles. Another way. Oh, was this always 3 laps or was this a 2-lap course? I can't quite remember. Ah, need to get used to the charge timing. I was trying to hit Knuckles there, but clearly didn't work. Who dropped all of those bananas? Everyone's getting hit. I have to say that I'm really preferring this whole XP checkpoint system over just the pure lap bonus from before. Drop on top of a mouse? Nasty. It feels a lot more competitive throughout the race, whereas beforehand it felt a lot of the time that the AI would just kind of drop in at the very last moment just to screw you over. Right, so don't necessarily want to try using that for tripwires then. Oh, come on, you fucking bastards. Bag to win from 2.3 is no longer viable. Yeah, clearly. Ooh, 420. That was nasty. Yeah, it was. Rude of them. Hot Crater. This is the new one. And then I believe what was previously in this guy's place is now the final race. This is just like immediate, yeah, immediate turn to the right. I'm not going anywhere near fast enough for Slip Titan, so I don't know why I was trying to do it. This is a nice race. I'm liking this. And that feels like it could be nasty if you don't know what you're doing, but you can kind of guess pretty easily, to be honest. Remind myself that that is indeed a tripwire and not a charger panel. There I was saying that they've changed it to make it easier to differentiate. Oh, and finally, some loops and some things other than the tutorial. It's good to see. Oh, you! Get hit by this thing, for God's sake. Ha ha ha! Nasty tricks on my end. Ha ha. There's always something joyous to like throwing something and seeing that the trick shot's gonna happen. It's like, oh, hell yeah. Yeah, don't dry your knuckles, it's not happening. I'm not sure where the best place to use this lightning shield is, to be honest, though. If I drive straight into that fence again, I swear to God. Oh, you fucking bastard, Knuckles. Of course you'd do that. That's just exactly the sort of thing you'd do. And fuck you too, Egg Robo. Oh, this godforsaken course. Right, come on. Something come this way. Why are you all on the opposite side of the damn thing? Get over here. This has got to be the worst prison break round in the game. Like, this is awful. Terrible. Terrible stage. I'm sure as an actual competition, like a battle thing, I'm sure that's probably better. But as a prison break round, terrible. Because you can't place any of it down. Like, everything's got to be flying. So you end up with this awkward situation where everything's just kind of hovering in the air. You can't do anything with any of it. Ugh. Oh, terrible place to use that. Speed boost just launches me into it. It's not good in battle either. Okay. It's just a bad map then. It's not even like poorly utilized, it's just bad. Good to know. Oh wow, 4 rings. How many of these rings can they stack on you at once? Like four already seems excessive, but I'm only in like what, 3rd place there? It seems like that could get kind of ridiculous if they stacks much more than that. I think that was Egg Robo, so fuck you, Egg Robo. I'll be correct here. I won't blame everything on Knuckles. Just most things. Am I now stuck with that trick thing appearing because someone knocked me out of it? And also, I'm pretty certain that this song wasn't copyright struck in the last one. Like, I definitely remember this song playing. As much as the one in the actual video was the other song that can play here, I definitely remember this playing. So I don't know whether people were claiming that they were getting copyright struck by it, because it is from an anime. I never did. I think it played a couple of times in the streams, and I never got copyright struck for it. How did I get hit there? What did I get hit by? It wasn't even insta-whipping. Oh, teching it for a moment there. I was like, okay, that's going good. Tommy, get out of my way, Tommy. Get out of my way. Oh, why did I do that? Awful. Malign Egg Shrine strikes me as a concept map. Something designed as I wonder if I can do this rather than I want to make a good map. Kinesis Force says I don't hear any music. Is that intentional? Probably the copyright filter on the game. It's just on earlier versions of it. It wasn't copyright struck. So that sort of confuses me. That wasn't too bad. That was a pretty good, you know, first time using all of this new stuff. Oh, and great because it's a skate cup. Gotta go through all of this. Yeah, I'm gonna have to skip through all of this because it's coming to the end of the stream. 2 hours. Memory of Tyler 52. Point requirements are different. Max is 400. These are really bad. Chaos Suit got remade. Same layout, just wider and new stuff. There is the little panhandle that I hear has gone longer. Okay, so if it wasn't Hot Crater, then what is the course we're missing? Is it one of the extras ones? Second new map. Hot Crater is the only one I've heard of. Or I've heard people talk about. Gear 3 saw. Is it somewhere in the... Oh, and it even tells you where you've got all of your spray cans at. That's good. That feels good. Where is the second new map then? Is it? Oh, the Virtual Highway one. Yeah. Virtual Highway. Ooh. I think that's going to have to wait for another stream, to be honest. I know that's the big one that I somehow managed to forget up until now. But I think we're going to have to leave Virtual Highway for now. I haven't eaten yet, and it's getting pretty late. It's like 10, 11 o'clock. With the complications to start all of this. I'm having to push it back. So yeah, thanks everyone for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed it. There's not going to be anything on the channel until about a week into the new year, minimum. I'll probably start with the 2.4 stream. Yeah. It's not going to be anything until the new year. starting with the Frontier Sonic review, which I have recorded footage for today, but will be scripting over the Christmas break. So I hope you guys tune into that one. It looks to be good. I've ended up being dobbed in as a play tester for it, which, you know, honor. But yeah, that's going to be the first video in the new year. Beyond that, you know, new playthroughs, new SRB2 stuff. Gonna have to play a lot of 2.4 to figure out what everything is, and then I'll start making ring races videos. So yeah, thank you guys for tuning in. Merry Christmas to you all, and ciao. I'll also be working on the channel design over the Christmas break. So if you see like the banners changing, the profile picture changing, all of that changing over the Christmas break, I'm going to be experimenting with it, you know, just to kill time while I can't edit. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed, and see you guys in the new year. Merry Christmas and ciao.